Oh, 2, 3. Spirit fingers. Hi, guys. Welcome back to La Lucha is Real podcast. I am your host, Edith.
And I'm Angel.
And yeah, we're doing this again.
Dude, you guys, we were probably, I swear, I think we were like 15 minutes in.
Yes. We were like 15, 20 minutes in, bro.
I think we were like a good 15, 20 minutes in. And then
Siempre hay una cosa. Siempre hay una cosa.
Yeah.
And, go.
And I was just going to say, yeah, like we having issues with all of a sudden our pod tracks not fucking recording. And then it turns out, you know, we like to keep it positive here. So we're literally like, okay, everything happens for a fucking reason. And then find out that like our cords I think are fucking up apparently.
Yeah.
And our mics are not picking up our voices or whatever.
So in case you guys heard me like a little bit lower last episode, well, we found the reason why.
Yeah.
So and besides having my mic a little bit too far, I guess.
But it wasn't even that far from you.
I don't. Because it was pretty good distance. Pero, no sé, girl. Now I'm deep throating the mic if you guys are seeing.
Yeah, you got to speak it up a little bit.
I know. So, vamos a ver. Hopefully, this se oye bien.
Yeah.
Vamos a ver.
And we're going to have to, like,
we'll find out when we're edit.
Yeah, or we're going to have to hella turn it up or something.
I know. Damn. We had a whole ass conversation.
I know, we had a whole ass conversation for like 15, 20 minutes. And then we're like, ¿Qué pasó? I look over to like check the time. And then I was like, girl, don't hate me. It's not recording.
I'm like, okay. And I'm trying to keep it buzzing. I'm like, let's see how much it recorded. 0 seconds, bro.
But I
like literally it said 0 seconds.
No, but that's so weird to me because when I had started it, I literally waited for it to say 4 seconds. And then I was like, okay, we're recording. I saw the red dot and it was like 4 seconds. And then I was like, what in the fuck?
No sé. But it happened for a reason, right?
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. So. You know, I'm going to keep it positive. We've had a rocky start to our year. That's what we were actually talking about because it's kind of been a crazy week, guys. It was Christmas and then we jumped right into New Year's. And then, so this first week has been, honestly, the few weeks have been a little hectic for us.
Yeah.
But this first week, because of the holidays, and then we had our podcast anniversary, and then we like implemented the Patreon. By the way, if you're not following us on Patreon, go subscribe. We have the link. If you're on YouTube, the link is down below. Or you can go to our Instagram. The link is in our bio. So you can go check out our Patreon. It's a subscription that we're doing so you guys get more content. New year, more content.
Exactly.
And like we keep it for real here, like un poquito de todo, but like I feel like there is un poquito de todo but for realsies because we do censor ourselves just a little bit because of, you know, YouTube and whatnot, and we don't want to get taken down or demonetized. So but yeah, anyways, that kind of,
so yeah, make sure to go to subscribe. There's different tiers depending on what you want and everything like that.
Yeah.
Price range for everybody. You know, we got to pay the bills
for
all this equipment. So thanks for your help beforehand.
I know. And we got to buy new cords now. So somebody pay for our cords.
I can't.
I'm just kidding.
Kidding, not kidding.
No, but dude, I had after I started talking about the Patreon, I just kind of,
I think you were talking about
oh yeah, we were talking about how fucking rocky start. So we like hard launched our Patreon. Okay, so it was New Year's, then it was the podcast anniversary. We hard launched the Patreon and, you know, just trying to get things like set up. Also, it's my husband's birthday, so I got to go celebrate tomorrow. And then also on top of everything besides podcasting, because then we have to, you know, podcast, edit, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We also are having, so by the time this episode comes out, we had just had our 1-year anniversary party on Saturday, which I know we had a great time.
It was amazing. More than what we expected.
But just leading up to it, the planning, the having to get shit done.
It's been hectic, honestly.
Yeah.
It's been hectic, and I feel like we really feel it because it's so close to the holidays and everything like that, that it's just like, no hemos parado.
Yeah.
No hemos parado, and it's like, I'm getting a little tired.
I know. I was just, before we got cut off here, I was telling Edith how I kind of like woke up in a funk today, and we're filming this, and it's the Wednesday before this episode comes out, so we're on the third day of the new year, and I kind of woke up in a funk, and I was like, dude, I don't even know where this is coming from. Like, it was one of those, like, you know, cuando andas de malas, and then you just kind of, like, your mind just starts focusing on the negative for everything.
Todo
like,
te cae mal.
Todo te cae mal. Todos te caen mal. Like, everybody. Like, literally, I could just be sitting there, and I'd just be like, bro, shut the fuck up. You're annoying me. Yeah. Like, everybody be annoying me. I'd be, like, focusing on people's worst fucking traits. And I'm just like realizing, like, talking it all out, I was like, bro, I think maybe it's because I haven't had alone time, and like me, I need time to recharge, because we had the holidays, and it was kind of like leading up to like party, like planning all this party stuff and like everything. I just haven't had time to like decompress or time for myself, because even like today, like when I was in a funk, like I didn't even know how to get myself out of it. It was like, get up, go to fucking work. And then I came home, and I had like about an hour to myself, but it was more like get home, go use the bathroom, then start getting ready, and then you got here so we could start podcasting.
So it's like, it gives you no time.
Yeah. So I need to decompress.
You should have celebrated the National Day of Introverts yesterday.
I know, I should have.
So in case you guys didn't know, yesterday was National Day of Introverts, and it follows after the holidays because introverts get really overwhelmed by being with people so much during those times. So
no, yeah, I do. I'm that person that like usually at the parties and stuff, like I will disappear for a little bit. I remember for Val's Val's parents' wedding anniversary.
That's just a Val's wedding anniversary. I'm like, it's yours too.
It's mine too, yeah.
What are you talking
about? For his parents' wedding anniversary, they threw like a big ass party and everything, right? And I went home because I was like, hey, I have to go home. I forgot why the reason. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go home real quick because something. My ass came home, and I was laying down on the bed. I was on my phone. I started reading. I was reading for like a bit, and then everybody starts hitting me up like, where you at? Why are you gone for so long? And then I was like, fuck, maybe I should go back. And then I low-key didn't want to, though.
Because you just needed alone time.
I know.
You see, I'm like that, and fucking fuzzies, bro. They're fucking flying everywhere. I was like that, and I don't know if this is common or people could do this, but I feel like I switched from being an extrovert to an introvert. Like I switched from like getting my energy from like people and being around people to like getting my energy by being by myself. And it's in the recent years that kind of switched off for me. So I could definitely understand like needing your own alone time to kind of recharge and recuperate, and then go back to being social, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy.
Well, for people that are introverted, yeah, but then there's people like Val who thrives.
The social butterfly. Yeah,
he thrives being around people, because like he legit will be like, it'll hit 9:00, and if it's just me and him, also, do you think that like introverts, like being an introvert and extrovert changes when you're with your partner? Like,
I don't know. I feel like you could modify it, but I think at your core, you're like,
not changes completely, but like, for example, Val's an extrovert, right? So he thrives on being around people. But, like, he could be with me and still, like, be down and not, like, turn it on. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, like, for example, like, sometimes me, like, when I need alone time, even if Val's, like, there with me, like, I'm still kind of, like, recharging. Not as much as if I were by myself, but, like, I'm still recharging.
Well, I feel like if he's an extrovert, he still has you to kind of give him the energy. You get me?
But it doesn't always work, because, like, he literally will still be, like, no energy. I don't know. I don't know if it's
no energy.
I don't know if it's different with your partner. I don't know.
Maybe it is.
Because I could literally be like, oh, I just want to, like, hang, like, I want to be, like, chill, like, not doing, and, like, he could just be sitting next to me, and I could still be, like, cool.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't feel like he's draining my energy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know. Maybe it's different when you're, like, with your partner.
Yeah.
Maybe how energy exchange is different.
Cause like for like he's the type of person that like when he like let's say we're just hanging out on the weekend and it's like a slow weekend or whatever, and it'll be like 9 o'clock and Val's falling asleep. But like let's say he like we're like, you know what, like we're gonna go out or whatever. Like let's say because we don't usually leave till like 10 p.m. or something, right? Like 10 p.m. we could be at the bar or whatever, and all of a sudden he's like a different person. Like he's alive, he's awake, he's talking to people. But like just like an hour ago, homeboy was falling asleep and he was like not trying to do anything.
Oh no.
But being around people, like he
got energy.
Yeah, he got energy.
I don't know.
And I was like, I don't know how you do that. Because to me, it is so draining being around so many people. Like being, I don't know.
You see, for me it is, but I could still make it work. Like I could still, like if I need to get my energy from being around people, I will. Like, I don't even know how to explain that. Because I was an extrovert before. Or maybe I'm still an extrovert.
Well,
I'm an introverted extrovert.
It's not black and white.
Yeah, it's like a gray, right? It's
yeah, because I can turn it on when I need to. Like, there's been times where I've been fucking tired of shit. And I don't want to, like, be around people or be talking to people or whatever. But then, like obviously, I don't want to be, like, a fucking wet bitch. Blanket.
I'm like a beach.
I'm maybe over here saying wet blanket. I don't want to be a wet blanket, so I'll fucking turn it on, and all of a sudden, like, it seems like I have a lot of energy, but I feel like I'm just kind of like trying to fake it till I make it.
Yeah, but you're faking it until you make it.
Yeah,
you're not genuinely like, getting energy from the people.
No, but also like but then it's weird because, like, let's say I'm drinking, having a good time. All of a sudden, I'm, like, hella, like, trying to be friends with people.
You see, I don't know how that works then. I have no fucking idea how that shit works. But I just know that majority of the time, I am very introverted. Yeah. So
I think, to my core, I'm introverted, too. Because I need, like, my solitude.
Me too.
To recharge.
I just don't want, sometimes I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to even be on my phone. I just literally just want to be in my own presence. Mm-hmm. That's it. And just kind of think. That's when I think the best. Just me.
You should probably schedule that. Put it in your calendar.
I know I should, huh? Because I've been doing really good at time blocking. And I think we were talking about that before.
Oh, yeah, we did mention that. We were talking about time blocking.
We were talking about that because we were talking about, like, it's already, when you guys hear this, it's been a week since the year started. I hope you guys are sticking to your New Year's goals, resolutions, or whatever you got. Mm-hmm. One of mine was basically to kind of manage my time a little bit better. And I talked about it like last podcast, I think, or the podcast before, how I need to work on that, managing, organizing. And I think you did. Or maybe I'm saying I did.
One of us did.
One of us said that, bro. But either way, both of us had to do that shit.
Yeah.
So I've been, Angel's actually told me, she's like, why don't you schedule yourself? But I'm not really good to being like on time with stuff because that's me. Like time works very like, I don't know, it works weird in my head. So I've been doing this thing where I like time block, right? And I'm like, for this hour, like, or whatever hour that I'm in, for an hour, I just gotta do this shit. And I mean, when we're filming this, it's a third day of the year, so I've been doing it so far. Quién sabe para el final del mes, pero ahí veremos. I'll check in with you guys, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll check in. I think something, because I didn't set like any hard like numeric goals for myself this year. I think my goal was just to do better than I was last year, because sometimes I feel like last year I had a lot more specific goals. And sometimes when I'm nowhere near them, it's like detrimental to my health, my mental health, because I'd be like, what the fuck, Angel? Like, you're nowhere near this goal that you set for yourself. And it's like a disservice to myself, because I really get hard. I'm like so hard on myself, where if I'm nowhere near this like numeric or like very specific goal, I'm so hard on myself. But this year I was very like broad, where I was like, my goal is to just be a better person, and do better than I did last year. Yeah. And so far I feel like that's been kind of working, because now there's I feel like I give myself a little more room for error. Yeah. You know, like, hey, I kind of slacked off here a little bit, but you know what? Like, I'm already doing better than I was last year.
Exactly. And that's so a good mindset to have.
Yeah, and I feel like it's been definitely helping me a lot more.
Yeah, because you guys know, well, you guys don't, I mean, you guys know Angel, but like really know Angel. It's like she always, whatever she starts, she has to finish it. Like, that's how her brain works. Like, That's awesome, honestly. I wish I had that kind of brain because I'm really good at starting a whole bunch of things and I finished not maybe half, even maybe half if I get lucky. But I think it's in my nature because I'm an Aries. I don't really believe a lot of like, oh, like your horoscope means exactly what you are. But Aries are known for fucking starting things and never finishing them. And I think that's a trait that I definitely is in me. And I'm trying to do less of that. So even if it means like starting maybe less things, but at least following through with those couple of things that I set myself instead of putting a whole bunch of shit and then I
like, oh, that sounds like a good idea, and then trying to start a whole bunch of things.
At the same time, no, trying to be better.
I think that's good. I like that you're aware of that.
Yeah, but now I gotta fix it since I'm aware.
Yeah,
being aware is the first step. Next step is trying to work it out.
Yeah, there you go.
So. I
think another thing that I'm doing really good, or I'm doing better at too, is I haven't been mindless scrolling as much, because that was an issue where I feel like I was kind of wasting a lot of time. Like, I already feel like I don't have a lot of time for a lot of shit.
Yes.
And then I was like noticing, I'm like, okay, but Angel, you're like mindless scrolling a lot. Like, sometimes it's like so, like, it just happens out of nowhere where you just grab your phone and then te encuentras ahí, like, and then you're like 100 TikToks in.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, it's like a fucking hour has passed.
Yeah. And you be going down fucking rabbit holes and shit.
Exactly.
Dude, like we were just going down this fucking rabbit hole of there's this fucking trend going. I don't know if you guys have seen it, because one of our friends actually reached out to us and they recommended that we like look up this trend on TikTok. It's a guy. It's a bunch of guys, and their whole video, like their videos basically are how to manipulate women.
Yeah.
And we just went down a fucking rabbit hole, and we're like,
here like
what?
hella giving views to all these fucking manipulative tactics.
Yeah.
Just going down. I'm like, holy shit. And it's funny because it's like, oh, how to manipulate unhealed women, and then how to manipulate healed women.
Yes.
And I'm like, whew.
I was like, hold on. They were so fucking specific about it too, because there's videos on how to manipulate, like you said, healed women and how to manipulate unhealed, because they work totally different.
Yeah.
And let me tell you guys, some of those tactics, I was like, first of all, that would have not fucking worked on me. And then there was some where I was like, maybe I think I might have fallen for that.
Exactly.
And I was like, God damn. So what was the one that stuck out to you the most?
Well, the one that they kept on saying about like, well, I don't know if this was with unhealed women, right? Or just women in general.
This one was for both, just, right? It didn't specify. It just was like, what if it's the one that I think you're talking about?
The one that they said the most about not giving girls compliments.
Yeah, that one didn't specify if it was for healed or unhealed women. That one I didn't understand though. I was just like, what do you mean you're gonna manipulate? Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to understand how men think that not complimenting a woman is manipulating them.
But it's because I'm trying to think about it, and I'm like, come on, like obviously because it's a bunch of men that said it, not just one guy's.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, then I'm like, somehow it has to work if a whole bunch of men have
or not complimenting them. I think like not complimenting them too much.
Yeah, or like not giving them the attention that the other men that are probably pursuing them would.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes them low-key more, I guess, maybe like the girl might be like, oh, why isn't he?
Yeah.
And might try more. That's how I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say, that maybe that's how that manipulative tactic works, that la mujer, like, she's like, oh, I'm getting all these compliments from all these guys, but the guy that I really like isn't complimenting me enough. Maybe I should like do a little bit more for him.
You think so?
I feel like that's probably how it works. I don't know. I'm trying to fucking figure it out. Because what other way?
I don't understand.
What other way?
I don't know, guys. Let us know how that works. Because, okay, I think one guy was like, oh, don't compliment her too much. I think one of the reasons he said was like, you don't want to be like all the other guys who are giving her all this attention. Mm-hmm. And then one other guy was like, oh, when a girl asks you like, oh, how do I look? Just be like, it's cool. Like they basically were like, you gotta be super nonchalant. Like,
yeah, you gotta don't compliment their looks, but compliment like tangible things. Like, oh, that's a nice fit.
Oh, that color. Like, oh, it's cool, but I like that color.
Yeah, Exactly.
And I was like, what is the psychology there?
That's the thing about it. I mean, I feel like it's probably that maybe makes maybe like the woman try more to try to fish for a compliment in a way. I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know. That's the only thing that I could kind of make sense of it. But
yeah, that one for me was like, I don't understand that one. Then there was the one that the guy was like, okay, this is another one that I was like, yeah, that wouldn't have worked on me, because the guy was like, when you like, you got to make plans with them. The guy was saying like, oh, you got to make plans with women, but also like, but like not your ordinary plans with them. They got to be like short, like keep it short, like spend a good solid 30 minutes with them, and then like, oh, something came up, or you got to go handle business. So that way, and he explained it, he was like, that way he's like, they think that your time is very valuable, so that way when you come around, they're gonna be like, oh no, like I gotta make the most of it,
exactly,
type of shit. And I was just like, if you're only fucking giving me 30 minutes of your I don't think that would work on me. If you're only giving me 30 minutes of your day because you're so fucking busy, like I'm gonna be like, I'm not a priority to you.
Yeah, and that's how I would see it too. But I could also see it in a way that, like, maybe sometimes being more unavailable, like como él dijo, makes the girl or the person, because I feel like this one could go both ways. Could make the person feel like, oh, like they're giving me this certain time and they're so busy. Like, maybe they do value
like they
me.
feel special.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're so busy, but they're still willing to give me this time. You look like you're talking from experience, Edith.
I feel like I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I feel like I low key have used this, and not in a fucking, I don't, how can I say that,
manipulative
way?
Not
trying to be manipulative, but in a way like I know if I did this, like I'm gonna. It's kind of manipulative actually. I'm trying to hear you say it, but I'm like, girl, everything you're saying is coming out in a way that, manipulative. I hate that fucking word, but in a way manipulative, because it's like, oh, I know if I do this certain thing, I kind of will get my whatever I want. You get me? Like I'm gonna have them right here. That was old me, but yeah.
See, I don't think that would have worked on me.
Because whenever, like, I mean, it don't work on me because I'm just like, oh, you don't got time, then I'm not your pro. Like, I feel the same way. But I've, like, with people, it does work, because there's people that think a little bit different, and it's like, and you kind of feel it out. You kind of
spill the beans, Edith.
You feel it out. You feel kind of the person depending on how they are. And this one usually works more on people who, I hate to say, but like are unhealed, or like, are yearning for that time. They hate to be alone and stuff like that. It works more on people like that, because even you giving them those crumbs of minutes, they're like, oh, and you seem so fucking busy. They put so much value in that time, and then whenever you need them, they're right there, because they're like, oh, they value me. They value the time.
Yeah, I think when we were talking to Val about it, he was saying how like he has friends that this technique actually works very well for, and I'm just like, but also he brought up a very good point, because he's like, also I feel like some of these men also do this as a form of manipulating, is because when you spend too much time with them, then you'll notice that they really ain't shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was like,
that's fucking true.
Also, I think it could help, because I feel like, here's the thing about manipulation, you gotta be consistent. Because also, I'm the type of person this is a lot of the reason why I don't think some of these wouldn't work on me, is because I'm very observant. And I look for consistency. So if one day you're giving me like some excuse, or like you're giving me some, like you're spewing out like some shit, and then another day you're spewing out some other shit that's not consistent with the other shit that you give me, I'll pick up on that.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's really hard to, like, when you're putting up a facade, I feel like it's really hard to keep that mask on.
Yeah.
Like, for long periods of time. So I think when someone when you're spending too much time, it slowly starts to fall. Like the facade, the mask will slowly start to fall, and then you like will reveal who they really are.
Yeah.
So to me, I totally see that when Val was like, if you spend, that's why they'll keep it really short, because once you start spending too much time with them, you'll see that they're actually a shitty person.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, damn.
It's smart. Not gonna lie, it's smart. I mean, whoever it works on,
I definitely. It's a
bad.
power play.
Yeah, it is a power play, and that's what I used to use it for. But yeah, no, guys, we went to therapy and we healed. But
You said yeah, no.
yeah, no. But yeah, it is very like it could be it could be a really bad manipulative tactic. Mm-hmm. That one with the time,
yeah,
especially for people that are like, in a way, like like I said, are going through stuff and they feel alone and they're not good in their solitude, and you like feeding them those crumbs so they could just be right here on the palm of your hand. So.
Damn. There was the what are your thoughts on the this other one? What did he say? He has said that basically it says don't be who you really are, pretend to be like her ex or something like that. The guy was like, always pretend to, they always ask like a girl like, oh, so what's your type, or what was your ex like, or whatever, and then do that. Because what did he say, like most chances are she fucking stuck it out with this person or whatever, and like people tend to go back to like a certain type of person.
Yeah, and I feel like that's fucking true. That's so fucking true. Like this is thing, and if there's a like advice for like people dating, and more so like for women, because I feel like men use that more, is that when men start asking you, oh, why did your last relationship end, and especially at the beginning, oh, who are you, what kind of man are you looking for, like don't tell the man any fucking specifics. Actually just kind of lie about your last relationship, or not lie, but like be like, oh yeah, and it just we just grew
It was
apart.
amicable.
Yeah, exactly.
It was amicable.
But don't be like, oh, he fucking hurt me, he cheated on me, he fucking slept with my fucking, I don't fucking know, my mom or whatever.
Goddamn. You slept with my mom?
Like, don't fucking tell him the fucking details, because he knows that you stuck out that much, that he could do that much or a little bit more, and you'll still stick it through. So be like very, very like, ¿cómo se dice? Very
vague.
Yeah, be very vague when it comes to
have people try to pull that on you?
And I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like I have gotten, like, especially when I first started dating, I feel like they would ask that a lot and stuff like that. And I did, like, I'm recalling one of the times where I did go a little bit more deep with the certain guy that I was dating, right? And I did start slowly seeing that, he was kind of like my ex. Or like he was trying to pull the same kind of shit. And I feel it's because he knew that I could take that much, that I would fucking stick it out. Nah,
is this pre-healed Edith or
a little
post?
bit? Yeah, pre-healed Edith.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because post-healed Edith does not tell you why, unless like once we're like deep into a relationship and we have like a conversation that comes up. But yeah.
So what do you do when a man asks you, so what's your type? You don't tell them.
Yeah, don't tell them. I'm like,
that's not how it works, homeboy.
Yeah.
I'm here to figure out if you are and you're not.
Exactly.
That's for me to know and for you to
find out. Because I'm all me. Oh my God. I'm fucking manipulative. Because I've asked that question, and I feel like asking somebody like, what's your type? You could kind of morph yourself to that to kind of get what you want. Because then you start being their type.
Honestly, you don't even have to ask. I don't think, because I'm also trying to apply it. I'm also trying to apply it to friendships. Just get have like maybe a one-day conversation with somebody. You'll get a feel for who they are, what their vulnerabilities are. You can kind of see what they're insecure. God damn, that sounds so manipulative. But you can just
manipulating me.
You can see like what their insecurities are, what their flaws are, what their vulnerabilities are, and honestly, you can just
use that against them.
God damn, am I trying to help people or not? What am I trying to do here?
Are we like the men giving out tips and shit? God damn.
Yeah, because like you just figure. What I'm saying is you don't even need to ask that question, because I feel like it comes out just spending a day, not even just a day, like even just a few hours with somebody, you will like get a feel for how they are, and you can just play right into it.
Yeah, you can.
Old Angel used to do this a lot.
You see? Like, I feel like, yeah, you could definitely do that. Definitely.
And it's not even just in romantic relationships, guys. Like, you could literally...
Friendships. It could be at work.
At work, you just...
Yeah. You just find little things. You pick up on little things, and it's like, oh, okay. Let me
fucking just use this out. And... But, you know, I don't do that much. I don't do
that. Nah, guys, I feel like I've been more aware of, especially after going to therapy, of like different things that I used to do without knowing, just because I knew it was gonna get me my way, and I didn't see it as a manipulation before, but I guess it was.
Yeah, I think I was very good at trying to get what I wanted, because, damn it, I hella spaced out. I forgot where I was going with that.
I know. I was like, I was seeing your mind go like this.
Or maybe I was trying not to give away my secrets.
Yeah, exactly. I fucking can't with you.
But I think we're like due for our break already, so we're gonna be right back, guys.
And we're
back. Damn. Now we're teaching people how to manipulate.
Fuck that. We're healed, guys.
No, let's learn not to. We didn't even mention the one where the guy was like, this is how you manipulate healed women.
Oh, yeah.
That one was like, ooh.
That one's like, okay. I feel like...
I see it.
I feel like somebody would fucking try to play that with me.
So this one, guys, this one that we saw, it was a guy who was like, this is how you manipulate healed women. He's like, what did he say? He said, weaponize your mental health issues.
Damn.
Weaponize your mental health issues is what he said. And basically what that means is like, and if you don't have a mental health issue, he's like...
Make one up.
He's like, no, that was the trauma one. He's like, nowadays everybody has mental health issues. He's like, you're weird if you don't. But he's like, weaponize your mental health issues. Like, hey, but like, don't use it against them, basically. Like, don't use your mental health issues on them, but weaponize it in a sense of like, basically what he was saying was like, oh, like, hey, you know, like I'm kind of going through this, like, but you know, I'm working on it. And basically he's
the keyword working on it.
Exactly. Keyword working on it. So he's going to mention he has some kind of mental health issue, but he's working on it. Whether he's going to therapy or he has like prescribed medication. So to a healed woman, they're going to be like, oh, so like he has this, but he's actually working on it.
Like he's going through it, but like, so he might have done bad, but he's working on it.
Yeah.
And then what is it called? Is that the scared kitten method, right? Is that the scared kitten method?
With the scared kitten method, I think is what he said was that it's for people who have a bad rep. Mm-hmm. It's for people who have a bad rep. You're gonna have to switch. You have to do like a little personality change there, and you're gonna be like a good person to so and so, right? But like to all these people, you're seen as a bad person. And I think like the method is that like when it's like they're a dick to everybody, but he loves me. He's good to me. Yeah. So that way, when everybody comes to them, it's like you know when you go to like a scared cat and they like you try to approach them, they're gonna be like, no, like don't come at me. But they go to the one person that like, oh no, but they're good to me. What do you mean? Sweet. They're so sweet. And then you're gonna start defending them. Yeah. Because to everybody else, they were like, no, dude, he's a fucking dick. He's this
because you don't understand him.
Then, but you don't understand him like I do. He's so good with me.
Exactly.
That's the scared kitten. it.
That's
But
good.
there was also the one where he was like, use your trauma. He's like, and if you don't have trauma, he's like, I suggest you find some. And it's basically like, but you got to be detached from it.
Like, bring it up in a way that it's just kind of like you don't put so much emotion to it, but it triggers the girl, right?
it triggers the
Girl.
feeling for the girl. Like, oh, like, just casually bring up like, oh, like I kind of went through this or whatever. And like, obviously you're not fucking feeling the emotions of it, but you're reaping the benefits of people feeling bad for you.
Yeah. And that's the thing about it, because obviously it works on, especially like, a healed person, because they have already gone through that. So they'll start being like, oh man, like that sucks, because maybe at one point I was there, like I feel you, I'm there for you, like, and then there we go.
And I was like,
You
dude,
use
okay,
it.
that one is the one that I was kind of like, the one that I was like, what the fuck? I feel like those are the ones that I feel like could possibly work on me, to be honest.
Me
Because
too.
especially like I recognize that everybody has a history. Everybody has shit going on in their life. Dude, I fucking gone through like 1.5 million. And if someone were to come to me and like, even if it were a friend, not even not just a romantic partner, but like, I feel like if somebody came to me and they're like, oh yeah, like this is what I got going on, but like, like I'm working on it. I'm actually going to therapy and I think it's helping. Bro, I would probably be like, oh, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah,
like that. I love that for
working on
you.
it. And then when they ask for something, you're like, oh, like if they're going through something, kind of have that in behind your mind. You're like, oh, it's a little bit out of my way, but I'm going to do it because this, and that.
I don't know.
Slowly manipulating into doing what they want you to do. God damn.
That one, I feel like that one's hard. Yeah. I feel like now we gotta be like more fucking proactive. Like, also, like, who's your therapist? Because I'm kind of looking for one, trying to fucking find out.
What medication? Where you go to pick up your medication?
What medication are you on? I used to take medication for that.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking start going to the fucking pharmacy with them to find out if they actually are getting prescriptions.
Go to the therapist. Go to the therapist appointment. Stand right there outside with them. Nah, girl, like it's crazy, and I feel like I don't know. And the fact that this is a fucking trend, bro. So it's like teaching people how to manipulate is crazy.
Yeah, but there was also the women one. That one was interesting because I was kind of like, oh, I think I've used that too.
Oh, I you know what? I'm not like, it's funny because like watching all these, I'm just like, holy fuck. I was kind of fucked up.
But also like, it's crazy because like there was one in particular that I didn't even realize was manipulation.
Which one?
Like, I guess now when I say it out loud, it fucking does sound like manipulation. But back in the day, I didn't think it was manipulation.
Which one? Goddamn manipulations.
Manipulations. Okay, so the one that I stuck out to me, and this one was like women how to manipulate men. It was kind of like when they fuck up or when you're not cool with something or whatever. You gotta act you gotta act like not nonchalant, but you just kind of gotta act like
not crazy.
Exactly. You gotta, first of all, a lot of men expect women to
show emotion,
pop off. Men already expect women to be emotional, pop off, be crazy, cry.
Hacer un desmadre.
Yeah, trying to fucking break his window. I'm pretty sure they would prefer you to do that than act like you don't care.
Yeah.
So, this is what I did, and well, this is what they were saying, but I've done this in the past, like past.
You're like, goddamn, this is manipulation.
I know. So it was like basically like something happens, you're not cool with it, or they fuck up, whatever, right? Yeah. Act like don't act crazy. You gotta keep it together. Don't let it get to you. Keep it together because first of all, they're already expecting you to pop off and be crazy. Then you gotta distance yourself. Like just go quiet. Kind of go ghost. Go a few days without talking to them. Or
very short.
Or keep it very fucking short. One word answers. Like you don't care. And then when they're like, fuck, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, they can't take it no more. Then they're going to be like, oh, I'm sorry I made you mad or whatever, right? And then you're just going to be like, I wasn't never even mad. I was just disappointed.
Just like that. And it's just like, oh shit.
You're like, oh fuck, like what do I do with that information? Yeah. And let me tell you guys, like that shit actually works.
Don't use it.
Don't use it.
But it does. But
it really that one, I was like, damn, that's the one, because I used it before. I don't use it no more, but
I'm a better person now.
I'm a better person now.
But yeah, no, I've used that one before too. And it just, it makes people fucking crazy. Or, well, especially like in the dating, like when I was dating, it made men kind of like, what the fuck? Like,
because they're expecting you, first of all, they're expecting you to be emotional and be crazy, because that's their fucking perception of women.
Yeah.
That's their perception.
And then when you don't, it's like, oh, they don't fucking care. They didn't give a fuck.
Damn.
Like, I was nothing.
Yeah, bro, you just weren't that special.
Yeah. It kind of would work both ways, but I feel like como estaban diciendo, women use that more. On men. So.
Yeah, because I think like it's not like I feel like there's no expectation of a man to be like emotional or crazy like that. You know, I feel like a lot of men are like try to act like they don't care. There's a lot of men like that who try to not show emotion. Like a lot of men who try not to show emotion.
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
I feel like another one that stuck out to me was, oh god, and I don't know if I still, no, I don't do that because I haven't been dating and stuff like that, but it's stroking a man's ego.
That's the one that came up the most. Or in different forms, though.
Different ways. But generally, overall, stroking a man's ego to your advantage.
Excuse me.
You're excused. Stroking a man's ego to your advantage. So basically, like, making him feel like he's like
very fucking important.
Yeah, very important. His ideas are the best, even though it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Making him know that he's like very smart, very intelligent, giving him
that he's different, yes. That he's not like all the other guys.
Exactly. And like a lot of men will, I'm not saying most men, you know, it's just a lot of men will fall for this because men like their ego stroked. They like to know they're one of a kind, you know? So it works. And then next thing you know, that man will do everything for you because they know that with you, like you see all the good in them.
Yeah. Like talk about all his successes. Like, oh my God, like only you could have done this. Like only you, like you're just so great. Like, dude, like, you fucking killed it. You're the best. Yeah.
Like, how do you think like that? Oh my God.
And then be so supportive of them.
Yes.
Be like, I will support. But you know what's crazy? It's because
I will support your underwear making business. Or I will support your crazy
whatever fucking
dick dryings business. I don't fucking know. The fucking dumb. Like, if you say you support like their whatever. Oh.
Okay, but Edith, how does for all of our our male friend listeners, how do they differentiate whether a woman is just trying to stroke their ego or if they really mean it?
Especially if it's at the beginning, man, and me outing women. Especially at the beginning, if a woman is very, very like literally complimenting you on everything, and it's a way of love bombing, I guess you could say too. You know, it's a way of love bombing. If you're getting a lot of her at once, like, oh, all these compliments and shit like that, and you're starting to feel some sort of way, like, oh my God, she sees this in me. Very early on, she's probably gonna play that tactic on you and probably gonna manipulate you into doing whatever she wants. It's all a power play. It's all a power play.
Look at you.
Hey, don't say I don't fucking help out. We're just putting them out there. Not saying that you should fucking do that, but definitely it's something that you should definitely watch out for if you're looking for something. We're just talking relationship wise right now.
Yeah, because I was thinking like I low key, like I fucking am that person with Val. Like I literally will hype him up. And because I know like words of affirmation is like huge for him. Like that's one of his love languages. And I literally will be like, babe, you fucking got this. Like I know you're gonna kill it. But like I genuinely mean it.
Yeah.
Like and I'm like, dude, we're fucking ride or die. Like I'm here for you no matter fucking what. Yeah. And so that's why I was asking, like, how does a man differentiate whether it's like genuine or not?
It's usually at the beginning. Right at the beginning. You just get too much. It's love bombing.
So have you done that before?
Yeah. I'm a horrible person.
Give us an example.
I
like,
was
what
a
did you
horrible
do?
person.
What was it? A ver,
It was like that. It's like, oh, like making him feel so like unique and one of a kind that I've never been a man. Like I've never been with a man like you. Like you're so different. Oh my God, I love that. You do so much for me. Like you're doing great. You're doing so successful. You're doing this and that and that. Oh, that's such a great idea. Oh, you're so strong. Oh my God, like how did you figure that out? Right at the beginning.
Damn.
And then slowly, like, it's like, you start filling it out. And to a certain point, it's like, oh, like, they start doing that things for you. You start asking and they'll do it and you just get what you want. Because you become like that person that they know, like, you see them in a good way. You see them as basically up here. So they want to maintain that vision. But yeah, usually happens at the beginning, guys.
There was another one I think that was like how women manipulate men, and I think it was guilt tripping. How did
This is
I feel like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen people in active relationships right now who use this technique, and I don't even think they realize they're manipulating their partner.
That's the thing about it. That one is scary because I feel like I used to do it, like, I don't know if, whatever. I used to do it a lot, but like not even knowing that like it was manipulation. You get me? It's just like making the person feel so bad that they just,
they're willing to do anything.
They're willing to do anything to make up for it. And it came, and okay, and this is for everybody because I feel like it worked both ways, but I guess women use this more based on the trend and everything like that. And this is what to watch out for, men. Like, man, you guys gotta know this, but it could be the smallest thing, bro. And a woman will turn it into a way where she will make you feel so fucking bad. Like, to the point that you'll, like, como tú dijiste, do anything to be on the right. And it was just like a small little thing. It wasn't even that important. It wasn't even a big deal. It didn't even affect me.
That's crazy because I actually, I've seen people like, do this in their active relationships right now, and I'm like, damn, you don't even know that you're manipulating your man right now, and because they don't see it that way. Like, I don't know, I don't know, maybe there's a lack of self-awareness too, but also, and
I feel like the word manipulation is just a strong word that a lot of people don't tie it to those certain things. You get me?
Like those people that are like, oh, I just get what I want, and
that's manipulation.
A lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of times that's manipulation, but you don't put the title to it.
And honestly, I feel like, okay, this one, I feel like guilt tripping can be just used on anybody. Like, it doesn't have to be a partner. Yeah. Because I feel like people have tried that on me. Like in friendships or like, like in friendships or like in like coworkers or like acquaintances or whatever, where they do this thing where they try to make you feel bad and then just be like, oh, I'm just kidding. But like, but like deep down they're kind of like really trying to make you feel guilty for it. And like, or like or they'll just like, they'll just try to play it off like, oh, I'm just trying to bust your balls. Yeah. But in reality, like, they were really trying to like guilt trip you.
God damn.
I've noticed it on few people where I'm like, that doesn't work on me.
I know. You know what? And it's not recently, but because I feel like I use that tactic a lot. Obviously, I don't use it anymore because I'm very aware of like how bad it could be and how much ¿cómo te digo? How much it could hurt a person, or what and how much you could do with that fucking tactic of guilt tripping. That I've had, like, actually I can recall one specific person try to fucking use that on me, and I was like, oh shit, you're trying to fucking play me, like you're trying to play that one on me. I'm like, oh no, baby boy, that shit ain't gonna work.
Tell us what it was.
Well, it was more so because I don't know what I had done, but keep in mind, like, I'm aware of my actions, and whatever I do, I like, if it was a mistake, oh yeah, I'll own up to that shit. I know it was a mistake, but I don't, when I said my apologies and I really meant it or whatever I did, it's done, right? I won't go the fucking extra mile because I know how the fucking, how I played it before. So it was, I don't know if it was like, I actually don't even recall this, like the specific instance, but I remember it was actually pretty small. And what had happened is that they try to make it big, like how I would have done it before in a before time, you know, like, this is how I'm like, I guess you're gonna act that way. It's okay, whatever. Like, don't worry about me, blah blah. I'm like, okay. Oh, I did this because of this, and if you don't want to accept it, then you don't accept it. That's it.
So how did it backfire on them?
Because they didn't get what they want.
No, what I'm saying is, like, how did they act when it backfired on them?
No, I feel like it's because I started noticing that they were trying like so much to like make me feel like in a way bad. Like,
no, but what I'm saying is, like, how did they react to you not acting the way they wanted you to?
Oh, they just got mad.
They just got so it's like, all right, be mad, baby.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. It's like I feel like that because I used to use it so much, I kind of was aware of it. You know,
not knowing it was manipulation.
Yeah.
But then it's crazy because if someone tries to use it on you, you kind of feel like, damn, they were trying to manipulate me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why are you trying to pull this one on me? But yeah.
Damn.
So I don't know. I definitely, it works both ways, but I feel like I don't want to say because you're a manipulator because you'll start noticing more things, but I feel like it does make you aware of more shit.
I think watching these videos kind of did open my eyes to like, oh shit, I didn't realize that was manipulation.
Yeah, there's other things where it's like, oh,
I thought it was more like, so I thought it was more like a control issue, like type of thing where you're like what you said before. It was kind of like people try not to associate it with manipulation, but it really is. Because I know, like, when I was younger, it was more so like, for me, okay, a lot of the things that those men were saying that works on women, I don't think would have worked on me because the way that my mom raised me was like, no seas pendeja. Like, don't fucking fall for shit. Like, you don't need a man. Like, one of the fucking techniques that one of the guys gave was like, oh, like, pretend to be, what did he say? Like, oh, pretend to be like her father. And I was like, first of all, that shit would have not worked on me because if they would have pretended to be like my father only showing up once every 3 months, I would have been like, peace out. Bye. Bye. Yeah, but he was like, oh, you gotta give her like that princess treatment like her dad would. Like, open up her doors, buy her this, don't let her pay for shit. Like, do this and this and that. And then when you walk away, she's like, every time she's gonna like open her door, she's like, oh, like,
I feel like I might have been played with that one.
He used to fucking open up the door for me all the time. Yeah. Like, oh, he used to buy me flowers all the time.
And you, like, the little things just remind you of them. And
yeah, like all these things that he did because he was everything to you that, like, now when he's gone, you feel his absence. I was like, because
they'll pull away out of nowhere.
Yeah, they'll pull away out of nowhere. And that's when you're like, oh, fuck, like, now every little thing. And I think a lot of those wouldn't have worked on me because my mom was like, you gotta, like, because my mom's very, like, strong, independent, single mom that she was like, see, yo no me like, I'm not counting on anybody to do shit for me. And my mom raised my sister and I with that mentality of, like, don't sit around and wait for a man to do shit for you. I can open up my own damn fucking door. I can fucking buy. Si yo quiero algo, yo me lo voy a comprar. And that was, like, that mentality that my mom, but I'm not, like, I feel like maybe other techniques could manipulate you and then you end up falling for those. So I'm not saying it doesn't fucking 100% like not work on certain people, but what I'm saying is that, like, off the bat, those wouldn't have worked on me right away. Maybe I could have been manipulated in a different way and then I end up falling for it, those in a different way, you know.
I know. I feel like we've all, like, I think because como tú dijiste, la palabra manipulation is such a, like, bad word, or like it just has a bad it is bad. It's just bad, right? So the people don't relate it to, like, certain things they do, but I feel like a lot of people have manipulated other people without knowing or without putting that title to it to get what they want. And a lot of people have, you know, been manipulated and not known it. I feel like every single person has dealt with manipulation. You just aren't aware of it. Either being on one side or the other, or being on both sides. Because I feel like I've been on both sides. Oh, yeah. I've definitely been on both sides. It's not saying like, oh, yeah, obviously, I learned how to, honestly, I learned, and I've noticed this, you know, I learned how to manipulate, like, pretty well because I was manipulated really good. You get me? So I feel like I learned from that and I picked up on shit like that. And that's how but it was after I was being manipulated.
But you didn't like notice it.
No, I didn't
initially?
notice it until like after, and you start noticing shit, and you're like, okay, this is how I could get what I want.
Yeah, that was. There's just a lot of. I'm about to start looking up because I'm gonna be like, hey, nadie me va a ver cara de pendeja.
But now we're gonna be going to fucking therapist appointments with the people. Like, I'll be sitting in the fucking lobby. Where's your prescriptions? I want to see.
Hey, no, that one, dude, that one threw me for a loop because I feel like that one anybody could fall for.
And especially, like, you know which one that I'm just like, guys, be very careful with this one, because I feel like
wait. When you say guys, do you mean guys?
Guys, like everybody.
Okay.
Like everybody, because I feel like it's used both on both sides. And I feel like we live like now, like this is very prevalent, and I feel like it's easier to kind of avoid, but it's also like it's very dangerous. It's love bombing. It's a love bombing. It's when you get all this affection at the beginning. Like, guys, like I feel like we're all pretty knowledgeable of, like, love bombing, and it's out there and everything like that. Like, open your eyes. Don't just fall for the person because they're telling you what you want to hear. And because I feel like also, and that goes along with being like the more, ¿cómo te digo? Let me find my words. The people that are most likely to fall into that love bombing are people who are scared to be alone. And that's why it goes back to being okay in your solitude, because you most likely won't fall for that love bombing, because you don't need that right away. You'll feel it and you'll be like, what the fuck is happening? Like, why are you giving me so much?
Yeah, like something's a little suspicious
this
here.
is sus. Like, because I've been love bombed before and I have felt for it, but I learned from that, healed myself to be like in my solitude. Not saying that I'm completely healed, but like, working healing. And now when people try to fucking love bomb me, like, I'm just like, it's such a turn off. But I'll pick it up right away. I'm like, why are you being so much? Like, chill. Man.
Damn.
So, yeah, I guess everything we said here, guys, it's more so so you guys could keep a lookout,
We're not saying this so that you can use it.
Yeah.
Sorry, friends.
Yeah, and maybe it makes you reflect on, like, okay, maybe this certain thing that I'm doing is manipulative, and I didn't even see it like that. Or it's like, oh, shit, like, why are they not, I feel like they're manipulating me. So it makes you open your eyes and maybe be a better person and, not do that.
And also, like, keep in mind that, like, a lot of these manipulation tactics aren't just in romantic relationships, but also in friendships, because I've seen them. So, like, like Edith said, all of this is so that you guys could be aware of maybe you are being manipulated, or maybe you are manipulating somebody else and you just don't know without knowing it. But the whole point is to acknowledge and improve and be better, because
that's what we're doing this year, guys. We're being a little bit better, so be aware of it and then slowly start making little changes. Do not take these tips for, like, not tips, but we're not giving tips.
Don't use what we said for evil.
Yes. No, at all. But yeah.
But all right, guys. Today we're gonna do a little bit of a shorter episode.
Yeah. My leg fell asleep, bro.
I know, mine did too.
Did.
We're gonna do a little bit of a shorter episode. No chisme today, guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We'll have to do some more next time. But like. Sorry, I spaced. Damn.
That one was a clear space. You like.
I hella was like, space. So yeah, anyways, but if you are already subscribed to our Patreon, we are going to be doing a Patreon, so stick around for the after party.
Yeah.
And if you aren't on Patreon, you should go check us out.
I'm sliding down. Sorry, guys. I keep on knocking the microphone with my boobs.
If you aren't subscribed to our Patreon, go check us out. We are giving you guys more content this year. New year, more content.
Exactly.
We're so excited, and there's a few different tiers on there. For those of you who haven't listened to our like some of our previous episodes, our first Friday episodes are now going to be on, like, just strictly on Patreon. We're not going to be putting those, like, they're not going to be regular episodes anymore. So the first Friday episodes, it's like our kickback. That's going to be us, like, hanging out monthly.
Yeah. So, and like we said, we're going to have the after party at Patreon. So every week you're going to get an extra an extra little bit.
And it's going to be uncensored. You don't know. I think one of did the one that we're dropping. Oh, no, that was the first Friday episode.
Yeah.
Damn. You got to sign up for the one first Friday because we dropped the name.
Yeah.
We name dropped. And it's a pretty big name.
Yeah. So. I don't know.
But anyways, if you are following us on social media, go follow us at La Lucha Israel Podcast on all social media platforms.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're listening to Spotify and Apple Podcasts, make sure to click follow and leave a review, a 5-star review to be exact. If you have anything less, what are they going to do?
They're going to hit the DMs.
You already know.
Hit the DMs. So anyways, guys, ahí los dejamos. Is there anything part of our outro that we're forgetting?
No.
No?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah. And if you guys got any juicy chisme, there's also a link down below if you're on YouTube, or go to our Instagram. There's a link on there as well. So you can let us know your chisme. You want to get something off your chest. You want to ask us something anonymously. Yeah, it's 100% anonymous. Go ahead and drop whatever you want to let us know. Pero ahí los dejamos. Que tengan un buen día y que Dios los bendiga. Besitos.
Be a better person.
Yep.
Yep. Besitos.
Adiós.
Bye.